A lot of you guys have been asking how on earth I can have so much gold for these videos. And I'm going to tell you in this video. I'm not sure if you can call this a tutorial, but this is a list of things that I like to do in game that generate gold. I've also put a little extra tip at the end of the video, and if you like this type of content, then let me know in the comments and I might do it again. Consider subscribing, and if you like the video, then hit the like button. And join my Discord. We have all sorts of fun stuff like fashion contests, giveaways, polls, no, not that kind, and more. Link in the description. You can also support me on Patreon. Before I get started on the list, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys actually have some gold in your account, you just don't know about it. So, I want to tell you about GW2 Efficiency. This is a website that lets you track your account progress, so to speak. You can go into your dailies and you can see all of the stuff that you actually need to do today and how much time you have left to do it. And you can also go into your account where it will give you a brief overview of your total account value, where you can go over to material storage, where you can see like what the worth of your materials is. You can also go into your bank where you see the total worth of your bank contents. Another thing that I do a lot is I go into crafting, and for example, let's say I want to craft the Bifrost. I type it into here and it gives me the recipe list. So right now, with no of my materials in use, it will cost me this amount of gold to do. The recipe shows up down here, and let's say I want to use my own materials. We can see that the total crafting price went down to 546 gold when I use my own materials. And that is mainly because I have most of the materials that you need for the recipe. One important thing to note is the fact that the gift of exploration and everything else that is account bound does not actually show you a gold value. So that you have to calculate on your own. So go and check your GW2 efficiency, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have some gold stacked away in your account, specifically in the material storage. And let's go back to the list. The first thing on the list that I want to talk about is metas. And I don't mean drive yourself insane by doing the same meta event over and over for hours on end. When I say metas, I mean more specifically a few metas that I like to do. The first of them is Casino Blitz in Amnoon. Then I like to go to Tangled Depths and do the Chak event. And then I go directly from the Chak event to Auric Basin and do the Vinewrath event. Then I like to do Silver Wastes and Bjora's Marches and Drizzlewood Coasts. You will make some gold doing these metas, but the main reason that you want to do exactly these metas is because all of them have a chance to drop infusions. The Confetti infusion drops from the Pinata in Amnoon, Chak infusion comes from the Chak in Tangled Depths, the Aurelium infusion comes from Auric Basin, but only if you open the Grand Boxes at the end of the event, the Queen Bee drops from Silver Wastes, the Winter's Heart infusion drops from Bjora's Marches, and the Frost Legion infusion comes from Drizzlewood. And I sometimes like to do the Shatterer in Jahai Bluffs, just because it also drops the Crystal infusion. You're not going to get a lot of raw gold from these metas, but you're going to have a chance to get an infusion which is worth thousands of gold. To stay on the topic of meta events, I also encourage you to do the Living World Season 4 meta events. Usually you can just go into the Looking for Group tab and search for people doing Living World Season 4 meta trains. And the reason that you want to do this is because you want a lot of volatile magic. And that takes us to the second thing on the list. You can go to any of the locations in the Living World Season 4 and buy shipments. You can buy cloth shipments, wood, leather, metal, and trophy. But not all of these shipments are worth anything. The main ones that you want to focus on are leather shipments and trophy shipments. At the time of recording, these were the profits of buying leather and trophy shipments. In general, you will make 50 to 60 silver in profit from trophy shipments and between 55 and 75 silver in profit for leather shipment. If you are planning on making only raw gold, then I suggest you buy the leather shipments and sell those on the trading post. And if you buy the trophy shipments, you will get a lot of T6 materials which you use for legendaries, so you can either hold on to them or sell them. The third item on the list is character parking. This does not require you to do any work, but it does require you to have a few character slots, because you want to park your characters in some key locations. The character parking You can park one character in the Sanctum of Napka in the Crystal Oasis. It has 3 glorious chests. This can only be opened once a day per account. You can park as many of your characters as you want at the end of the jumping puzzle in Draconis Mons. A lot of times there will be people in Looking for Group that host parties so you can TP to friend and skip the puzzle. This chest can be opened daily with all of your characters. Then I like to park one of my characters in the Vault of Khan Ur in the Grothmar Valley. There are 5 small chests here and 1 large chest. The large chest is the chest of Khan Ur, which you can see in the middle of the room. This chest can only be opened if you have 4 of the Legion keys. You will need the Iron Legion key, Ash Legion key, Flame Legion key, and the Blood Legion key. These keys in total will cost you about 5.3 gold on the trading post, and statistically, you will lose 3.5 gold when opening this chest. But the reason that you want to open this chest is because it drops a Recovered Char artifact, and the Recovered Char artifact drops the Heart of Khan Ur Infusion, which is the most expensive thing in the game. Statistically, you will lose money if you open this every day, like I do. But I like to gamble, you guys have seen my videos, so I'll keep on doing it. But for the rest of this, I'm just going to put a link in the description of all of the most profitable alt parking locations. Number 4 on the list, we have Spirit Shards. Spirit Shards you get every time you level up after you hit level 80. So you will gain them passively, whether you like it or not. Spirit Shards are used for material conversion, where you take tier 5 materials and you convert them into tier 6 materials. You want to set it up in your inventory like this so it's nice and clean. Then you throw it all into the Mystic Forge. And if you're doing it for yourself, you're gonna make some tier 6 materials, which you can sell for yourself. But if you're doing it for someone else, it will cost you 140 Spirit Shards, and they will pay you 60 gold per set conversion. The 5th thing on the list is the Gift of Mastery. To get the Gift of Mastery, you need to do 100% map completion of Corteria, so everything before Heart of Thorns or the Path of Fire expansions. Silver Waste and Dry Top are not part of the map completion. You will get 2 Gifts of Exploration for getting 100% map completion on one character. After that, you will need to do a reward track for the Gift of Battle in World vs. World. The only thing that you need to do is to join a commander tag and just follow a circ. I usually watch Netflix for 6 to 8 hours. That's how long it takes to fill up the bar. The Gift of Mastery is used for crafting legendary weapons. You can use it to craft legendaries yourself, or you can sell it to other players to a trusted platform like Overflow Trading Company's Discord server. A Gift of Mastery is worth 500 gold. And by doing 1 map completion, you get 2 Gifts of Exploration. That means you can technically get 1,000 gold by doing this. If you need more information about selling your Gift of Mastery to other players, you can find it on the Overflow Trading Company server, or you can come onto my server where I have a brief explanation of the subject. And that gets us to the 6th thing on the list. Gambling. Oh my god, who would have guessed? It was not obvious at all. Most of my money does come from gambling, but I cannot guarantee that you will make money gambling, because when somebody says the house always wins, they say it because it's true. So Elastic, where do you gamble? If you don't have the Tarkatoon personal delivery portal, you can go to the Skrit Alliance Arch. It is in a cave just below the Diverse Ledges waypoint. Alternatively, you can go to Tarkoon in Brisbane Wildlands. He is just south of the Tunnels waypoint. If you don't have the Sandstorm Collector's Edition, you can go to the casino in Amnoon City and play the Sandstorm Flush there. To gamble for the Mystic Infusion, you will need any 3 exotic weapons above level 75 and 1 ectoplasmic stone. You get ectoplasmic stones from Miani. She is right next to the Mystic Forge. The ecto stones cost 25 ectoplasm. This recipe has a very low chance of dropping the Mystic Infusion, and has a chance of dropping any of the Generation 1 precursors. You can also throw 4 exotic weapons of the same kind into the Mystic Forge. This might result in a precursor of the same kind. For example, if you throw 4 exotic swords, you might get a sap. The final tip that I have on the list is holiday events. There are many holiday events in Guild Wars 2, like Halloween and Winter's Day and the Four Winds, and so on. Mostly all of them have their respective ways of making gold, but it's mostly by event boxes like trick-or-treat bags or Winter Day presents. It's risky to open them yourselves, but you can make some pretty good money by selling them to idiots like me who can't stop gambling. And don't insta-sell or insta-buy unless you absolutely need the thing right now and there's not a big difference between the sell and the buy order. But before I end this video, there is one more thing. The last thing that I want to show you is how and why my raw gold fluctuates so much between my videos. The first reason is that I don't actually upload them in chronological order, and the second is that I like to stash away some of my gold in buy orders. It doesn't cost anything to put in a buy order, and for example, if you put it on a bolt or a jack and somebody actually sells it to you, you most likely made some gold. That's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.